Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please like, please share, please subscribe. It's nice to have you here. Okay, please click on the notification bell so that when I'm on or when I post videos, you'll hear. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about fake friends, and we know that a lot of us have fake friends and we don't even realize. All right, so we're going to talk about the ones that are nice, the ones that you wouldn't necessarily recognize that easily. All right, so the nice fake friends are the ones that are always there for you. They're always there with you. They show up every time you call. You need money, they'll give it to you. You need food, whatever, they'll give it to you. If you call them in the middle of the night, they are going to show up. They'll watch your kids, and the list goes on. Such wonderful friends, aren't they? Right? On the other hand, they'll never pass an opportunity to you. They will never call your name for good when they get into certain rooms. They will never help you become your best self. Only the self they believe is beneath them. You would never suspect that they measure themselves to you, especially if you're in a lesser position than they are. They want to keep you there. When you do something, they always try to one up on you, comparing themselves to you, and you don't even realize. Let's say you're both job hunting, right? And you're there telling them all the wonderful opportunities you're trying for, encouraging them so that they can try for the great opportunities too. They'll put you down at everyone that they possibly can. They'll be introducing you to the mediocre jobs. They'll push you towards the things that are beneath you, so to speak. You know what I mean? Let's say you get a great job, right? They'll be like, okay, that's nice. So, what are you having for dinner? As if you never just told them that you got the job as a CEO. They will never celebrate the good stuff. When they get a job, they'll tell you everything, every single thing. Not in a celebratory way, but in a way like, yeah, I got one and I'm gonna keep mine too. You know, Even if yours was like way better than the one that they got, they'll try to make theirs look way better than yours. They'll try to big up their job to make it look better than what it is that you got, therefore making you feel inferior and insignificant. They'll tell you to leave your man for things that they if you are observant, you'll notice that they would never, and they have not left their man for the things that they're telling you to leave yours for, right? And they're just always doing things to subtly belittle you. You know what I mean? They'll never be happy for you when you meet a good person, whether it's a good man, a good friend, you're getting along with your family members. They're always going to try to carry you back to when you had an argument, back to when things were not good. You know what I mean? And they'll just never celebrate you in certain ways. Um, they don't want to hear about your man when you're talking about your man, and they will try to diminish him also. They may even try to diminish your family members, and these are persons that I'm like, it sounds simple, but I'm telling you, once you've listened to this video and you start observing the friends around you, you will get what I'm saying if you've never experienced it or you've never noticed it, right? So let's say your man is a business owner. There'll be something like, oh, he's just a business owner. I thought you'd get an accountant. Or what's up with the bus driver? You know, he was very nice. So they're always trying to put you down and lift themselves up. They know that they aren't on your level. Sometimes they're just in a more stable place than you are. You know, Sometimes you may be the more stable one and they'll try to diminish your success. So for years, you'd have these things going on and you don't realize because they're so nice. You go out, you talk about stuff, you know each other's friends and family. They'll infiltrate your family, especially the men get caught in this, right? They get caught in this all the time. And they'll turn your friends and your family against you, right? These are the so called friends you need to be careful of because usually you ignore the red flags for years and keep forgiving them when they do shit. Like they'll do a lot of shit and you'll just be like, oh, you know, they didn't mean it or whatever. They don't forgive you. They don't forgive you. But they stick around because you're the friend that they can flex on. In their mind, it's not necessarily true, but in their mind, you're the friend that they can flex on. Most times, they actually can't flex on you for real. Often it is circumstances that open your eyes to their evil. Something happens, you know, and you realize that, oh my God, this person really is not my friend. You ask them to deliver something for you, you ask them to help you with your assignment, and you realize that they're not helping you, they're ignoring you, or stuff like that. Or if they do help you, it's just like low level help. But when they're helping somebody else, they go all out. You know what I mean? And you will not necessarily notice these things until your instincts really start to kick in and you begin to pay attention, right? If you end up in a circle with their other friends, pay attention to how those friends treat you. Look at if they're giving you the bombastic side eye. Look at their attitude towards you, right? When you're in a common circle state. These people, they will cause people to stop talking to you, whether like just immediately because they may say something or do something to give a negative impression of you, or they will cause people to gradually stop talking to you. You know, you may ask them to do something simple and they'll just mess it up. But if they did the same thing for somebody else, you would see the good energy or the more positive energy going towards helping that other person. You may ask them for a very important favor and they drag. They don't want to tell you no because they don't want you to be able to say, oh, she said no or he said no when I asked. Usually, most of the times, it's women, right? But they'll drag until the time passes. And then they'll say, oh my gosh, I was at work or whatever the case may be, right? And they don't really want to do it for you, but they don't want to say no, right? You have to be cognizant of these things. They'll smirk at you all the way. They'll put people that aren't on your level above you and always try to abase you and your achievements. When you catch them in the wrong, they will never ever admit. They will never admit. They'll never apologize. And they'll just come to you again as if nothing happened. As if you didn't just catch them doing something wrong. As if they are better than giving you an apology, you know? And they're always quick to point out what they do for you, but they'll never talk about what you do for them. And they'll do it in little ways that will give people impression that you're leaning on them or you're dependent on them or you're leeching off them. So therefore people will now have a negative impression of you, right? They'll smile with you while putting a curse on you and yours if they can. If they can't, study you to find ways to hurt you, you know? I mean, you have to pay attention to these cues, right? You won't notice these things because they are so nice. They are so nice. But guys, remember that nice does not equal to good. I've been through it all. All of what I'm saying, I've been through it and a whole lot more. I've had friends try to poison me, work hex on me, set people against me, set a whole group against me. I've seen it a million times over. Set co-workers against me, set managers against me, use my own energy to build their lives, complete school, start businesses, etc. And then they turn around and tell you that, hey, that's what I did. They're not going to tell other people that. They're going to tell you because now they have achieved what they needed to achieve through your energy, through your love, through your prayer, through your fasting, because this is your friend. So you give them your energy. And you have to understand that your life force energy is very important. And we can talk about that when we get into Destiny Swap and stuff like that. Right? I've been through it all when it comes down to a lot of these things. I can't say everything because, of course, not everything. So when people say energy exchange is not real, I laugh. When they say nobody can swap your destiny, I laugh. Especially when they claim to be Christians. I wonder which Bible they have read. From Jacob and Esau, Leah and Rachel, David and Saul, David and Uriah, and the list goes on. Be careful of the friends that always want to have one up on you. If you are naive and dumb, like I was, ask God or whatever higher power you subscribe to open your eyes, because these people will harm you. They will stagnate you for years, and you will not know that they are the reason for your stagnation. When you do realize, you might end up hating them. You may not know how to break the friendship. Even when you try, they keep coming back because they have an assignment in your life, whether or not they are aware of it. You must learn to protect yourself. Listen to your inner voice. Those female instincts that you have, listen to them. Vet people before you allow them into your life. Let go of the ones you realize that aren't for you. Cut them off. Spend less time with them until you get the courage to sever ties with them completely. When you are leveling up, or you have fully leveled up, there are a lot of things that you will have to let go of. There are a lot of things that you will have to change. And this will include friends. You won't have as many friends as you did before, and you're going to recognize traits in your friends that you did not notice 10 years before. It was always there, but now you're going to recognize it because you're growing, and everybody doesn't grow on the same level. And you'll realize that when you're trying to carry them forward, they're trying to pull you back. It is up to you. You cannot blame anybody for anything. It is up to you to recognize these things. It is up to you to learn. It is up to you to accept responsibility for where you are. And once you do that, I can guarantee you that the right persons will come into your life at the right time. So, hopefully that was helpful to you. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in